Ford are pushing back their new electric vehicle rollout. In other words, the new Ford Explorer they planned on selling in Europe within the next couple of months, it's going to be delayed by 6 to 12 months because Ford says, oh, there's new standards in Europe that we didn't know about that we now have to change. The truth is, well, it's telling a story it's concocted because it doesn't want to lose money on electric car sales. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. I'm Sam Evans and you're watching the Electric Viking. The Ford Explorer EV launch has been delayed in Europe for 6 to 12 months because of battery regulations. Now, these battery regulations Ford have known about for a long time. They were in place a couple of years ago. It's a weird story Ford are giving us. Why are they making this stuff up? Ford says new European rules mandating cleaner battery technology have made it necessary for it to delay the launch of its new Ford Explorer EV until the summer of 2024. Personally, my favorite electric SUV, or my favorite SUV, to be honest, that Ford sell period, is this car. I think it's pretty impressive, even though it's a Volkswagen. Yeah, it actually is a Volkswagen. It has an MEB platform, Volkswagen motors, Volkswagen parts. But hey, it's a better version of the Volkswagen ID4. That's what I contend. And I think it's sort of weird that the Volkswagen Group have played a part in this being a direct competitor to the ID4, but it being clearly the better option between the two of them. But it's sort of irrelevant at the moment because you can't even buy one anyway. Ford unveiled the 2024 Explorer EV in Europe, and it said deliveries would begin in the fall of 2023. Well, that date is now being pushed back by probably 6 to 12 months. Not 6 months. It'll be longer than 6 months due to European technical battery standards. No one else is having a problem with these standards, just Ford. The new regulations govern the production of large batteries more strictly in order to ensure that they are made responsibly, and batteries created for automobiles will have to be easier to recycle. And their production will be more closely scrutinized by environmental watchdogs. Not sure exactly what that means, but anyway, Ford said it supports the new standards because they are in line with our internal philosophy of delivering high quality and safe vehicles to our customers worldwide. It does make me curious though, if Ford are saying these new standards are supporting their internal philosophy of delivering high quality and safe vehicles to our customers worldwide, then what does that say for their previous version of this EV? Anyway, Ford said in a statement per Automotive News that this means deliveries of the new Explorer have to be delayed until Ford can work out how to meet these new standards. Now, we don't know what battery pack Ford have been using or what they plan on using. Considering this is an MEB-based vehicle, you would think they'd just be getting supply from the same company as Volkswagen and selling it with the same battery as the ID4, which is based on the same platform, but maybe they weren't. This move is being justified by Ford as meeting regulations, but this doesn't pass the bullshit test, in my opinion. The automotive industry has long known these standards. People believe, apparently industry analysts, that the reason for the delay is not really what Ford are saying. Rumors say that the automaker is adjusting its production timeline because of the mismatch between its EV plans in Europe and the US, and that it's kind of slimming down its EV operations because investors are not happy Ford are losing so much money on the electric cars it sells. Ford are trying to work out ways to cut costs before producing and selling a car that they know they'll lose money, and a lot of money. Ford has promised that its entire European lineup will be fully electric by 2030, but regulations do not require that until around 2035. Now, in order to achieve its timeline, Ford has turned to using Volkswagen's MEB platform to underpin EVs like the Explorer, and it's a new EV, apparently, that'll be coming out as well. It'll be using Volkswagen's MEB platform. Now, the MEB platform is very heavy. Even Volkswagen have said that themselves. Even Volkswagen's engineers have said that themselves. Volkswagen even said the platform is not affordable to produce. That's why they're now going to be using XPeng's platform, SAIC's platform as well, and a platform from another Chinese automaker as well. So it's interesting that Ford thinks the Volkswagen MEB platform is one they should use for their new EVs, but Volkswagen doesn't seem to think that Volkswagen should be using it for its new EVs. Yeah, anyway, I hope that made sense. Let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, Ford is designing its own platform though for EVs, but it won't be available until 2025 in the US, probably at the earliest. Now, hopefully it does arrive in 2025 because it's said to be a significant improvement versus what Ford is using for the Mustang Mach E. And I imagine they'll be planning on using that platform for EVs sold anywhere else, such as Europe and Australia, etc. Production is then set to follow in Spain for the European market of this new electric vehicle platform, probably not until early 2026, maybe late 2025. Unfortunately, this year, Ford's electric car sales have been very, very disappointing. Nowhere near what Ford said they would be. The truth is here that Ford doesn't really probably want to sell too many EVs because they lose a lot of money on all of them. However, Ford are facing a pretty significant problem with demand for the electric Mustang Mach E. They've brought the prices down massively since Tesla has reduced prices as well. The cheapest Mach E is now $42,000. It does qualify for the EV incentives, meaning you can get one for around $35,000 US. However, Ford has more than 140 days of supply, meaning they literally have thousands of them sitting at dealerships that are not selling very well. Now, I think it's a good price for what is a pretty good product. Not the best product in the class, but for that money, I think it's a pretty good deal. But customers don't seem to agree. I think Ford are worried they're going to face something similar in Europe. However, my opinion is that if Ford was selling this particular EV in the US, not calling it a Mustang, just calling it the Ford Explorer, which is, looks like an Explorer, it doesn't look like a Mustang, I think it would sell better. It's a more practical sized car. It's less polarizing in terms of its looks. That's what I think though. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.